Technical Manual 5650, Technical Manual Central Boiler Plans, approved for public release, distribution unlimited, headquarters, Department of Army in October 1989. Chapter 5, Inspection and Maintenance. 5.1 Purpose. The chapter is presented with the information guidance for those responsible for maintenance of the boiler plant equipment, establishes the complete preventive maintenance for the system with the use of the DA Form 4177, Utilities Inspection Service record that is described in the system of the maintenance assignment of the records, the anticipated flexibility of the applicability of the boiler plant's installation. Although the manual schedules most of the maintenance that's called for, the manufacturer is not intended to replace the manufacturer's instruction in the sheet, and each of the plant must maintain a ready reference for the use of the manufacturer's instructional file of all installed equipment. Types of maintenance. The forced maintenance for the forced outage for the repair of the replacement equipment. The marriage for the fail of the service can be and often are very costly. Through the application of the proper operation procedure, careful inspection must be. It is possible to increase the length of the time over which the boiler can be carried on the line before any of the repairs required with the turn and with the prolonged use of the life of the equipment, and minimize the force as maintenance for the principal cause of the force outage and excessive maintenance are sustained frequent overloading of the fuel burning equipment, operating with the upper airflow condition following the external heating surface, inadequate water condition, each of the improper lubrication. Forced maintenance are outside of the scope of the manual. Normally, forced maintenance and major overhauls are not performed by the operating personnel, but rather assigned with the maintenance personnel outside of the contractor. Preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance can be defined as a systematic periodic inspection service required to keep the equipment with the proper operation condition and makes of the fixing things before they break, thus keeping the equipment in continuous service and ready for the service. The life of the boiler plant equipment depends largely upon the maintenance, the cost of operation, as well as the maintained plant with the consistently lower than poorly maintained one. In addition, with the proper preventive maintenance, the result with improved working condition or better work morale. 5.3 Responsibility. Chief Operator of the Plant Supervisor has ultimate responsibility for the boiler plant equipment, the proper operation schedule, performance of the preventive maintenance. Chief Operator should assign with himself with responsible for all the inspection servicing required for the plant safety. He will assign with the operating with the maintenance personnel responsible for the maintenance of the specific piece of the equipment is required for the preventive maintenance record for the card system. Sometimes the items listed for the daily inspection may be assigned, but the individual also require the hourly inspection by the operating personnel. These hourly inspections do not relieve the assigned operative with his responsibility to inspect service and record the inspection condition. 5.4 Inspection. Inspection is the first step of the preventive maintenance of the program. With the early detection of the problem can be greatly reduced the amount of damage. Simply maintenance and the prolonged equipment life of the key of the equipment. Beginning effective inspection with a complete understanding with the equipment operating with the characteristics of the operation, know the conditions, sound, temperature, pressure, speed, vibration, preferences, performance characteristics for each of the piece of the equipment in the plant, particularly with those with which these assigned responsibility and any of the normal conditions should be normal characteristics should be immediately reported. And any change of the normal characteristics should be immediately reported, investigated, and corrected. Housekeeping. A neat and boiler plant generally indicates a well-run plant. With the boiler plant should be kept free of unnecessary material and equipment. Good housing keeping should be encouraged and procedures established to maintain the desired level of cleanliness. Equipment should be kept clean. Sometimes cleaning all that is required to keep the job equipment is truly free operation. Moisture, dirt, dust, cobwebs, bugs, oil in wrong place, and all enemies of mechanical and electrical all enemies of mechanical and electrical equipment. Stop leaks as soon as they are detected. Unrepaired leaks must be represent waste or worse, in many cases extensive damage. 5.6 Utility Inspection Service. The preventive maintenance program is effective only with the careful, the accurate, with the complete record of their kept, if no other way, with the Director of Engineering and Housing, ensure that all personnel carrying out their responsibilities or equipment should be being properly maintained with the DA Form 4177, shown in Figure 5. One of the basic card with the record with the record system assembled. The two separate cards with the field card master card are made of each of the major play with the plant and equipment. The complete set of the master cards is kept with a loose leaf binder in the plant off, which is field card to become the written assignment of the work with the operator of the record is complete with itself available to inspection by the Director of Engineering, Housing, and Army Good on Command Separate Inspector. A copy of the manual should be kept in plant with the facilitate referencing the items listed on the cards. A record card of entries. The card required for the initial fill of the card with properly each of the entry discussed. 1. The equipment number. The equipment number of the entry with the made with its 3 parts separated with a dash. The first parts of the boiler building up the number. The second part of the may refer to the paragraph in this chapter which discusses the equipment and may be numbered assigned by the Director of Engineering, Housing, and equipment classification code. The third part may be distinguished between the number identical with a similar piece of equipment. 2. The description of the equipment briefly put on enough detail so that it can be readily identified. 3. The preventive maintenance maintenance to be done. Show the job title and the name of the person responsible for the maintenance should normally be the person who actually operates with the equipment. He also responsible for reminding of the chief operator, superintendent, all other supervisors, and any special semi-annual annual inspection required for the ensure that the supervisor makes the appropriate entry with the car for this inspection and the completed. 4. Work to be done. Study for this manual for the equipment of the manufacturer's manual, noting all the inspection surface required to enter the space paragraph, the subparagraph heading described in the operation. Add any of the operation not covered in this manual but needed to be maintained. The unit. Ensure all necessary inspection service areas shown with the record card. List operations and quarter the frequency of the performance in the daily service. And first. Item number. Identify each of the unit with the proper item number. Usually item number is the subparagraph number they use, unless the item number is noted where the same item number is used in identifying more than one operation, differentiating which by the adding of the letter 1 number. Thus, 1 is used twice as number 1 is used in 1A. The reference place insert in the paragraph number to facilitate reference to the appropriate manual frequency, required frequency operation, as shown in the table schedule columns, modify the suggested frequency as required in the fit of local conditions. 8 times show the specific day and month when the surface due of the staggered quarterly, semi-annual, annually inspection as to minimize the rush spirit of the scheduled conflict. Choose the season when the work can be best accomplished. 9. Tab index. Make the X for the top of the form along with each of the month during which the work is to be done with the report submitted to help the schedule operations, since overall work for the given month can be quickly determined with reference to the tab indication. 10. Service record. On the back of the card, record the date and the time and the number whenever the maintenance is performed. Initial. If the service is required beyond the ability authority of the inspector, it must be required for the proper help to entire the request for the work to be done. Column. For example, the inspection of the motor reveal of the groove communicator entry would return the electrician need to complete. Item 51. Communicator groove. The work order with the numbers entered under the column ahead with the signed and it is initialed. When all the space of the service records are filled with a blank card, which should be stapled to the original. B. Assignment of the work. Only general rules covering the assignment of the preventative works that were done are given with it here. Actual assignments will necessarily depend upon the specific plant and the qualification of operating personnel workloads. All the personnel should be substantially equal. All the duties assigned must be keeping the qualifications of the individual co-handler. For example, the may inspect the sack of the breaching of the fly ash communication and is examining the guy wires, cool bankers, elevators, conveyors. He should not be expected to maintain the just flow meters and combustion controls. 1. Chief operator, supervisor, chief operator charged with the overall responsibility of the plant. Therefore, inspection having to do with the safe operation with the possibility of serious damage of the equipment is assigned to him. These items may be checked with frequent intervals. Likewise, items of major importance, internal inspection of the boiler furnace should be under his proper supervision. Regulag operators, shift operators, firemen, and other qualified personnel, usually the maintenance due the additional regular assignment to these men to whom the may given them piece of the equipment is equipped assigned to should be perform the record maintenance during when the shift happens. To be working on a given day, but during the main time of the relief operator, the chief operator perform the scheduled maintenance activities can become times assigned with entirely the day shift operator with the assigned arrangement necessity, close operation to safeguard against the neglect maintenance of work due to the daylight hours, the more pleasant. Frequent more information. 3. Maintenance spend. In plants where regular maintenance spans are available, the assignment of the preventive maintenance work is simplified here by the day shift work with the usually, however, the certain special items should be still assigned with the skillful work. C. The record card. Example to figure 5.1 illustrates the master record card with the typical boiler. An example, the boiler is number 2 boiler located in the building NN11. A field record should be similar, but would also include initials and daily inspection service perform. Use the record card system. The record card system consists of the duplicate set of the DA form 4177 card on setting of the making of the field file with the master file. But the field file is made up on the forms forwarded to the operator who maintains the equivalent copy of this manual is maintained and explaining the duties. The assigned operator makes all the service entries, but the keep of the copy of the forms of the up-to-date. The forms in the field file are kept in the operator's possession except at the beginning of the month when they are sent to the supervisor to transfer the consolidated data to the master file. The record cards and the master file are arranged with the equipment number and the kept in the worker's supervisor's office. Movable time and tab is placed on the tab index each card above the next month during the maintenance of the unit the next schedule. When the operator is turned in the field file, then the beginning of the month entries are checked to ensure that all the work is done. Summary of the entries and transfer to the master file. Summary includes the special different difficulties encountered by the operator, work orders required for the maintenance, consolidated entry with the items. After all the entries are made with the movable tabs, each of those shifted next month when the maintenance schedule field file cards are returned to the operator. Any type of the master file are not movably readily apparent since they indicated the field file was not turned up. The work was completed immediately. Followed up the essential careful supervision, attention to the detailed setting of the system will be pay the dividends and the accomplished maintenance for the more efficient operation. 5.7 Proper and preventive maintenance requires proper tools and instrument, and viewing the operational list of the maintenance card to determine the tools required. Each operation, there is no single list of the tools which will apply to all the plants. However, each of the plants should be equipped with a workbench and a vise and a mechanical vise and a tool board. A special tool. Some maintenance operations require the tools will be used infrequently just by the purchase of the central boiler. If possible, such tools should be borrowed from the other departments on the post. Otherwise, requisition them, indicate with the maintenance and car of the department from which they may be borrowed. Care of the tools. Maintain all the tools in first-class condition. Take the defective tools of the service immediately after the repair and repair them or replace them. Use the tools properly. If the proper tool for the operation is not available, immediately arrangement should be made with the procurement. Your tool board. Keep all the tools in well planted with the tool board on the toolbox, not in binks or benches or drawers. Keep the tools on the tool board. Help to prevent loss with making them instantly available whenever required. Locate the tool board in conspicuous place conveniently to the majority of the operators. Space should be provided with the board. With the addition of the tool supply, the board made of the wood, especially satisfactory. It should be easily contracted, and especially hangers with brackets required for the tools should be can be easily fastened so that the steel boards are more durable and frequently used. The shape of the side of the tool should not be prevented from being installed with a tool board with extension coil or its oil cans, flashlights, electrical drills can be installed with the board using special brackets to outline. Each of the tools should be painted on the board in contrasting color to assist the replacing tools with their proper placement to serve the ready check for the missing tools. 5.8 Spare tools. Preventive maintenance requirement adjusting adequate stock for the spare parts of the service condition, importance of the part of the service continuity and easement and procurement all help to determine the kind of the number of the spare parts kept in stock. They examine the equipment requirements within the plant with prepare a spare parts inventory. Do not neglect the include small parts such as nuts, bolts, share pins, steam traps, gaskets, valve seals, packing, and cotter pins. 5.9 Special supplies. Lubricants and cleaning solvents are needed with the proper equipment. The operating a long life, clean, properly lubricated equipment is required to successfully plant operation. Lubricants are frequently referred to in the scheduled preventive maintenance section because of the extreme variation of the equipment service. Our figure DA form shows the utility inspection service record and record card example. Condition and type of the lubricants required for the given plant will determine the locality of the equipment, the manufacturer instruction advice for the lubricant, and manufacturer advice of the direct engineering housing to help determine the lubricant requirements. Table 5.1 and 5.2 provides the list of stock numbers used in the standard lubricant. Army lubricant, clean solvent. Clean solvents such as mineral spirits, kerosene, Verisol can be used with the central boiler plant. Spare petroleum derivatives such as naphthalite, kerosene, present explosion fire dangers must never be used. The benzolite especially must not be used with not only the low flash point but extremely toxic flow precautions usually strong enough to provide the solvents. When cleaning solvents, be sure that the solvents completely evaporated before placing the equipment back in the surface. When using solvents, clean electrical equipment. First remove all the loose dirt and dust and dead a rag in the solvent, wipe the insulation with the spraying of solvents, extract these precautions against fire health hazards must be observed when the spraying solvents extra proportions against the fire and health hazards must be observed when cleaning bearings of the machine part. Place the clean parts on the clean rag paper, allow them to dry, immediately dip them into the oil or apply a lubricant. Do not allow rust to suspectable parts to remain exposed to the after air cleaning. Alright, Section 2, Schedulized Preventive Maintenance. Schedulized use and information. The following section provided with this suggested preventive maintenance schedule for the any type of the central boiler equipment. This subparagraph designates the frequency of preventive maintenance daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. The second subparagraph numbers are numbered consecutively. Can be used with the index card of the record card of these last inspection would describe how here should not be considered to be complete review of the manufacturer operating maintenance instruction. In addition, will require the items review applicable are ASME codes and national Board inspection codes published in the National Board Boiler Pressure Vessel Inspectors, 1055 Cooper Avenue, Columbus, Ohio 43229. For additional requirements, suggestion, other equipment will be found not discussed in this section, such as equipment which should be researched and manufactured appropriate record cards prepared with the frequency suggested. Here is based on the good practices, modified with the suggested frequency to best match local condition experiences. Your boilers, 511 boilers. The success of operation maintenance of the boilers is greatly dependent upon the operation maintenance of the auxiliary boiler operation per boiler. Preventive maintenance both involve the inspection of the boiler operating conditions daily. Check the following conditions. Take action as required. Water level, steam pressure, water temperature, stability, flue gas temperature, two loads compared with the clean boiler temperature, flue gas, oxygen, carbon dioxide levels, two loads compared to baseline data, water and the steam lengths, 5 air leaks in casing or ducts or ceiling. 2. Take water samples performing necessary tests per chapter 4. Adjust the initial treatment and the continuous blowdown. 3. Blowdown steam boilers through bottom of the blowdown connection to remove the sludge. 4. Clean the boiler exterior. B. Monthly. Item 5. Lever test safety valve reference paragraph 515. Item 6, check out the boiler drainage valve with the proper opening and cleaning. Item 7, check the boiler room for the floor drain with the proper function. Quarterly. Once the quarterly inspection should be timed coincide with the annual inspection by the authorized inspector. Item 8, internally externally inspect the boiler. Reference to semi-annual procedures. Item 9, clean the fire side of the boiler. D, semi-annually, or as required by the Army Regulation 42049, external inspection of the boiler by authorized inspector required in Title 10 with the boiler operating inspection of the following: any evidence with the same of the weak water leak is the pressure gauge, the accuracy or function safety or safety relief valves. 5.8 shows you lubricating oil and greases and preservative product military specification number, symbol, approximate SAE grade, number, national stock number, and temperature above. Lubricating oil greases equipment, oil grease symbol, equipment oil grease symbol. Alright, 4, water level gauge function. 5, the pressure control function. 6, low water fuel cutoff level control function. 7, steam water blowdown pipe with the leakage boiler vibration proper rating with the freedom to expand. 8, review of the boiler maintenance record of the waste treatment records to ensure the regular adequate test has been made. Annual inspection required by the Army Regulation 42049. Boiler inspection to be made in accordance with the rules. Inspection of Section 7, American Society of Mechanical Engineering Boiler Pressure Vessel Code authorized inspector required the preparation for the annual inspection discussed. The next subparagraph, the most recent copy of the boiler inspection report and data DA Form 416 must be reported for each of the boiler. Item 11, inspector boiler following the cleaning of the repairs required. Water side of the tube, the deposit caused with the water treatment scale, and oil to remove the excessive deposit with the mechanical chemical means to stay stable, to repair and replace the required water side of the tube, the boiler for the corrosion, removing the cracks, all manholes to internal connection with the boiler, cracks and corrosion, erosion, the cleaning of the patch, fill usable plugs, replace annually tube, sheet tube ends, drum side of the thinning, leaking, corrosion, cracking, boiler support, setting of the freedom of the expansion, H of the fire side of the tube, the bulging, bursting of leaking, corrosion, erosion, I, setting of the crack, settlement of the loose breaks, the spalling of leakage, J, safety valve, then connection to the piping, the testing, safety valve, the A, baffles, L, blowdown pipe, M, boiler applications, N, where the required authorized inspector and hydrostatically test the boiler, O, remove the past inspection part reports and plant records, P, make any other inspection required by the American Society of Mechanical Engineer Code of the National Board Inspector Code. 2. Preparation for annual inspection. Make the following precaution for the annual inspection. Other preparations must be required by the American Society of Mechanical Engineer of the National Board Inspection Code. With the suit blowers are installed blue suit before reducing boiler load 50%. B. Shut down the boiler in paragraph 333 with the fuel shut lines and fuel shut off fuel supply lines. Lock when possible. Sufficient cool the boiler before the draining of the water. Internally wash the boiler to remove the sludge and deposit. Suspend the solid sediment with loosen the scale. Do not clean the drums and tubes until the inspection unless prior agreement has been reached by the authorized inspector. Before opening internal any part of the boiler, ensure the non-returning stop valve, the clove, the tag, and preferably padlocked drain valve between the two and are open. The feed check valves must be clogged, tagged, or padlocked. The drain valves must be the drain valves between the two must be open. After the draining of the boiler, blow off the valve must be closed and padlocked. All drain, vent, and lines should be open. Proper low voltage lighting should be provided with the internal inspection. Fireside walls, baffles, tubes shall be brought thoroughly swept and the ash and soothed removed. If the insulation burned with the coals, remove the grate of the bars, clean the clapper box plates against the grate line until the bare metal is exposed. Take care not to damage the metal during the cleaning. Available supply with the gasket with the manholes, handholds with the suitable wrench for replacing the cover, replacing the fusible plugs. If the insulation concealed with the manufacturer inscribed with the data, remove the lagging, the cleaning of the surface carefully, the die cut letters figure that can easily be read. Assigned with the qualified boiler plant operator to assist the inspector through the test. Alright, K. Be prepared to run the hydraulic static pressure test with the hand pump. Should be provided with the test and required with the provided gags to prevent safety valve from lifting when the test procedure applied with the hydrostatic pressure test. More than one boiler is contemplated with sufficient gags should be provided with all the boilers. If the boiler gauge for the control of the design with the proper tested pressure be prepared to isolate, remove them, and plug them open. L. Have pressure boilers recorded available. F. Take a boiler out of service. Whenever the boiler is to be put out of service for more than 2 days, thoroughly clean the fire side of the boiler, fuse of the economizer, air heater. The ash soot deposits must be removed. The dry ash soot and are not corrosive, but moisture in the combination with the acid soot and the sulfur bearing fuel is to be avoided. But the acid attack corrosion of the metal and ash and soot must be removed. 512. Economizers. Reference paragraph 27. The daily inspect the leak of the piping valve with the packaging gasket, jointed handholds opening with causing etc. Making the repairs required monthly. Check the following under identical load conditions. Item 2 with water pressure drop with the economizer. Item 3 draft losses across the economizer. Item 4 gas temperature drop across the economizer. Any increase the draft loss with the decrease of the gas temperature drop normally indicate the following with condition. See annually during the annual boiler over clean inspect the economizer. Army Regulation 42049 Army Society Mechanical Engineer Boiler Pressure Vessel Code requires inspection of the economizer in addition to the boiler. Item 5. The external looking of the sign of the overheating leakage with aware of the corrosion of the pressure parts with the check, the baffle, the tubes, the air of the soup blowers, and sign of the vibration caused by the fly ash, steam cutting, and the check with the elements for the soup blower. Item 6. Internal looking for the erosion scale, sludge deposits, oil tubes, and the headers. Alright, 513 air heaters. Reference paragraph 2.8 with the daily. Inspect with the air heater for the gas and air leak of the ducts, the casing of the gasket joints. Inspect with the abnormal air gas temperatures. Inspect mechanical drive pressure for the rotary air heaters supplied. Step 4. Establish the lubrication schedule for the rotary air heater for the corners for the manufacturer recommendation. B. Monthly item 5. Check the following under identical local Air 1. Air and gas side of the draft loss. B. Gas temperature drop through the air heater. 3. Inspect the mechanical drive problems in rotary of the air heaters. 4. Establish a lubricating schedule with rotary air heaters in accordance with the manufacturer recommendation. B. Manual. B. Monthly. Item 5. Check the following under identical location conditions. Air gas side draft losses. Gas temperature drop through air heater. The air temperature rise through air heater with an increase for the gas side draft loss and combined with the decrease for the air temperature for the rise of the ice indicates excessive soot deposits. In the tube, the gas passages make on or stat the oxygen ionless for the flue gas air heater inlet and outlet. The difference of the total air content with analysis indicated the air leakage. Prepare if the leakage is excessive. See annually. Item 6. During the boiler overheating cleaning of the inspect of the air heater, look for the indication of corrosion, erosion, and leakage of wear. Item 7. The rotary regenerative air heaters. Inspect the motor-driven speed reducer, auxiliary air motor, provide lubricating system, cooling system, bearings, and rotary seal, etc. Item 8. Check the condition of soup blowers and water washing equipment. 514 water columns. Reference paragraph 211 daily. Blow down the inspection of all water columns gauge with glass level indicator level the alarm devices level leakage corrective operation corrective level indication adequate lighting and repair light makes immediately check to see if the valves between the boiler and the gauges are free of the operational. 3. Provide the test high and automatically alarm to ensure the perfect order of repair when faulty. B. Annually. Item 4. During annual boiler overheat with the more necessary, dismantle, clean, and inspect all parts of the valve, the alarm, and linkage to the float chain of the alarm, glasses and diaphragms, electrodes, replace, repair damaged, worn parts required to ensure the proper functioning. Alright, 515 safety valves. Reference paragraph 213 daily. Check the steam leakage indicating the damage seal with the defective parts of the load scale correctly immediately. Such fault as leaking, simmering, the chattering. Check the support of the anchor to discharge pipe. Check the drainage line with the safety valve outlets to ensure that the opening will function when needed. B. Monthly item 4. Check each of the safety valve, raising the valve seat off the seat, lifting of the lower, keep the valve wide open with level 10 seconds to blow off the dirt and scale. Clean from the scale. Clean from the seat. Check the valve and suddenly release the lever annually. Item 5. Before the annual steam of the generator inspection, overall testing operation with all the safety valves, testing all the required before every the spring is blow back ring has been reset and adjusted. Or 516 fusible plugs. Reference paragraph 216. The item should be put on a boiler record card whether it is applicable. Quarterly, inspect the fusible plugs during the boiler inspection. Scrape the surface clean and bright. Replace the metal if it does not repair sound. Annually, item 2. Replace the fusible plugs at least once a year. 517 soup blowers. Reference paragraph 217b. The daily check for the leaks, repair the required, check for the correct operation of the system components, semi-annual item during the boiler outage, and the inspect the following items required if required. Defective elements, warped, corroded, eroded, otherwise damaged, worn loose, the defective nozzles, incorrect blowing adjustment, incorrect location of elements of the nozzle, alignments of the tightness and supporting bearings, defective chains and control valve, the control system components, and conditions with the soup blower piping and the evidence of vibration caused by the impigmentation of the jet. And item 4, repack adjustment glands to prevent leakage. 518, the stokers. The reference paragraph 218, clean daily. Clean exposed parts of the stoker. Inspect all the accessible parts. Pay special attention to bolt correction. Ensure pin safety release mechanism. Be sure that there is no binding which may be the protective device of the function. Operating with the personnel should be inspect the following items hourly. Alright, hot bearing, foreign material and cold mechanical linkage damage, overheated with the burned out parts, oil leakage with the proper oil level condition, hydraulic system, corrective oil pressure, oil temperature, clinkers. Establish lubricating requirements schedule in accordance with the manufacturer requirements quarterly. Make the following general inspection overall whenever the boiler is removed from the surface. Item 4. With inspect the complete stroke with the check for the wear on the surface of the feed box, the side of the conveyor, the area of all moving parts. Check the alignment condition for the grates. Replace the broken warp, the distorted parts with the promptly, and check for the following. A. Clearance for the grate elements. B. The tightness of all nuts and bolts and holding. C. The drive mechanism, the drive unit cleaning, the repair to any of the damage to the gears and other components. E. The bearings of the drive unit lubricating as required. E. The electrical control of the connections. F. The fans and bearing clean, check and lubricate the bearings. G. Fly ash re-injection system. Look of the worn areas, plugged in lines, and repair if required. H. Air seal. Repair if required. Item 5, remove the slag on the furnace walls adjacent to the stoker and the fuel bed surface. Take care of the joining the injury to the brickwork. 519, pulverized coal equipment. Prevent maintenance procedure with the pulverized coal equipment may be found with the manufacturer instruction or Navy Manual MO 205. Alright, 520, coal handling equipment, reference paragraph 219, daily. Inspect the following hourly: unusual noise, vibration, motor overheating, hot bearings, coal accumulation, cleanance required, corrective the chain, bolt tension, damage to loose drag flights and buckets, damage to chain with the chain sprocket of the belt, properly operating conditions, oil water leak is repaired as required, proper lubricating levels. 2. Establish lubricating requirements and schedules required with the manufacturer instruction. 3. Inspect the scales for the zero load balance monthly. Item 4. Inspecting the following: gearbox, the sheaves, the roller shaft, the proper lubrication, freedom with the movement, bearing plane, screens, hole for the plugging. Repair the clean as required, structural frame of the broken plant and parts. Loose or damaged, proper alignment with the pulleys, other parts of the proper operation control with the safety device semi-annually. Item 5, the items following the corrosion, erosion, hopper, the chute, and the gates with the lining with the protective coating with the damage, the scales, lever, the knife edge, the bearing with the wear, damage, repair and replace as required on the concrete structure of the cracks, other damage annually. Item to prepare applicable metal surfaces and repanishing, ash handling equipment. Reference paragraph 220 daily. Inspecting the following: piping leak is to repair immediately, proper operation, steam, mechanical exhaust, or proper vaporization of the air washer is provided with the proper operation of the ash gates, clinker, the grinders, proper operation of the automatic steam valve with automatic controls, including the maintenance of the correct and the steam pressure. B, the quarterly item 2, inspect the conveyor piping, especially the olive blows that accumulated ash and erosion. Rotate the repair and replace the unnecessary. Item 3, steam exhaust with corrosion and erosion. Item 4, inspect the washer internal wear, ash and accumulation, nozzle condition. Clean repair is necessary. 25222 oil burners, reference paragraph 221, 23, and 318. Daily inspect the following hourly. Oil and steam air leaks, repair immediately. Unburned oil deposits, overheating leak of the burning parts. Burning flame from the proper shape of the color, stability, remove the operating pressure and the temperature, remove the cleaning of the oil atomizer, clean the burner exterior, follow the established schedule for the cleaning of the burner strainer. B, annually. Item 5, completely remove and clean the burner igniter. 2, item 6, inspect all the registered burner parts for the freedom of the movement, the warpage, and the wear of the repair of the place, and the required adjust all the parts for the proper operation. The surface of the burner surface may be required. Item 7, replace the atomizer type of the nozzle through the normal side with the new tip of the nozzle. Item 4, calibrate burner pressure for the item temperature and gauges. 523, oil handling equipment. Reference to paragraph 222 and 2318 with the daily. Inspect all the following: oil, steam, water, the air leaks, repair immediately. Proper operation traps and control of the instrumentation. See proper operation pressures and temperatures and levels. 3, clean equipment is required to establish the schedule for the cleaning strainer. Inspect the maintaining the pumps as outlined in paragraph 4, 534 and 535 and 536. Annually, item 5, inspect the clean heater of the tank of the internal with the external. Inspect carefully for the corrosion, erosion, pitting of the plug tubes, damage, baffle, sludge deposits, water accumulation, scale deposits. Item 6, inspect the damage for the protective coating, paints, repair, and repainting of the required. Item 7, the test relief valve setting, the operation. Item 8, clean the inspection, calibrate all controls and instrumentation. Gas burners. Reference paragraphs 223 and 319. The daily, inspect the following: hourly, gas, air, length, repair immediately, proper gas and air pressure, burning flame for proper shape of the color, stability, overheating the binding of the burning parts. For B annually. Item 2, completely remove and clean the burner with the igniter. Item 3, inspect all the burner parts and freedom with the movement that warpage and wear, and inspect the gas nozzles, repair the place if required, adjust all the parts for the proper operation, serve the burner. The service man may be required. Item 4, calibrated burner pressure gauges. 525, feed water drum level controller. Paragraph 225, a daily inspecting for water leaks and repair immediately. Observe the operation service devices to report and to prepare any malfunction devices. Establish the lubrication schedule of all components of the control system according to the manufacturer recommendations. Annually, item during the boiler overhaul, most often necessary to clean and inspect all the control components, looking into the size of the corrosion and erosion, and wear and deposit the leak of the defective parts of the repair the part required. Item 5, checking the setting of the adjustment operation of all the components. 526, combustion controls. Reference paragraph 226 to 320 with the daily. Inspect all the air, oil, gas, and water leaks. Repair immediately. Blow down, compress, air, drip, legs, and filters. Check the jack shafts and damper linkage for the slippage and freedom of the movement. Inspect the stable, proper operation. Clean the exterior controls. Establish the lubricating requirements schedule in accordance with the manufacturer instructions. Monthly, item 7, replace and clean all the system filters. And annually, item 8, and inspect the completely clean all the control devices internally. Replace, warranty, and corrode damaged parts. Item 9, test for the correction, calibration, adjust the required. Item 10, the test the control setting of the under the operation condition, optimize the control function, and improve the plant efficiency. Item 11, obtain the efficiency full frame the combustion control service engineer is required to calibrate the cleaning and adjust the controls. 527, boiler safety controls. Reference paragraph 227 and 321. Daily, inspect all the safety control liquids and cleanness. Prepare and clean immediately. Blow down the water column, gauge glass, and low water fuel cutoffs each shift, and test function. B, monthly. Item 3, inspect all the safety controls such problems, dirty, which contact with defective diaphragm, sensing elements, loose wires, dirty flame, scanner lenses, or flame rod, cleaning of the repair immediately. Item 4, test all the safety controls in proper calibration and operation. 528, instrumentation. Reference paragraph 228. Inspectors. Daily 1. Inspect over the leaks. Repair immediately. Check for the proper operation. Report any malfunction. Only trained with the personnel should move. Place and surface. Remove the surface. Calibrate. Maintain instruments. 3. Inspect the undo the vibration, broken glass, lighting, and the repeatability. B, annually, once a year more often necessary. Make the Euro inspection of all the instruments engaged for the corrosion, deposit, and other defects. Item 4, inspect carefully the following: ruptured, distorted pressure parts. Ensure calibration adjustment. 3, badly worn pins and bushing. 4, damaged unburned thermocouple wiring. Insulation. 5, leaking and damaged diaphragm, bellows, and gasket. 6, mercury separation of the thermometer. 7, loose pointers. 8, broken balance alarm screws. 9, plugged piping and tubing. 10, broken damaged adjusting assembly. 11, defective clockwork clean mechanism electrical motor operation. 529, mechanical collectors, reference paragraph 232 daily. Observe all the draft gauge readings and compare with the normal readings of the operation condition. Check the dust level of the hopper. Ensure the hoppers are being attempted with a regular basis. Be quarterly at the time of the boiler outage. Inspect the following: 1, item 3, check all the gaskets and joints for leakage. Replace the damaged defective gases required. Item 4, check the interior of the dust collector for the same cake deposit, corrosion, erosion, loose parts. Other damage clean repairs as required. Item 5, check the exterior of the dust collector for the damaged parts, paint, corrosion, etc. Clean and repairs required annually. Item number 6, paint for the entire assembly. 530, stacks, reference paragraph 240 daily. Inspect the possible defects, leakage, and damage, deterioration, links, and lining and cracks and settlement of the foundation. Report promptly of such operation. Quarterly, item 2, make more than an examination chimney exterior with the high-powered binoculars quarterly with every severe storm with a loose look for cracks, small corrosion, loose guy wires if provided the damaged lighting rod connected to loose parts, etc. 2, item 3, remove the soot and fly ash accumulation base for the sack. Item 4, check the accumulation soot and fly ash connecting flues, inspecting them for the corrosion, erosions, moisture. Moisture is found with the cleaner more frequently. Move the cup of the water, forming the possibility to see the semi-annual. Item 5, carefully examine the sack and the support and corrosion, cracking movement of the anchored box and proper guiding wiring extension. Check the corrosion of the ladder and annual. Annually, item 6, for cleaning the inspection for the sack, internal and external inspection, lightning rod tips, and ground connection paint. R531, zeolite water softener. Reference paragraph 46A and 416B daily. Check the following: A, the flow rate served with the backwash regeneration solution. Rinse rates should be carefully maintained. The adherence with the manufacturer instruction for the length of the time of the backwash regeneration rinse of the operation. Proper operation of flow regulators. Meter pressure gauge the temperature indicators. D, the chemical water leak. E, the hardness water leaking softener to determine when the regenerative density of brine. G, the sump of the zero light carryover. 2, establish lubrication requirement schedule in accordance with the manufacturer recommendation. B, the semi-annual. Item 3, the inspect the ion exchange vessel and valve, the deep piping, corrosion, rusting, or peeling of the paint. Item 4, drain and internally inspect the ion exchange vessel for the loss of the resin, dirt, and slime, and the oil fouling of the bed, uneven bed, corrosion, erosion, distributor piping. Annual. Item 5, calibrate instruments annually and more often as required. 532, hot lime soda deteriorate softeners. Reference paragraph 46B and 416B daily. Check for the following: alkalinity, hardness several times each of the day. Determine the proper condition. Check the feed of the pump, the operation plug with the feed lines, chemical proportion of the operation, temperature of the water reaction and to verify the heater of the function. The temperature should range greater than 212 degrees. Boiling point of water at sea level. Heating vent of the proper ventilation. Live steam. Make out the valve. Operation pressure control. Pressure differential across the filter. Determine the necessary. See the backwashing chemical solution tank. All chemicals required. All lineans and valves. Leakage, repair, and replace immediately. Blow down the reaction tank of the daily more often according to the sludge accumulation. 3, lubricated the motors, pumps according with the manufacturer direction and schedule. Monthly. Item 4, clean the chemical solution tank, clean the outlet with a strainer. Item 5, clean and flush the chemical feed pump. Item 6, lubricate and adjust the chemical proportion. Semi-annually. Item 7, open and clean the heater level, adjust the trace to spray level, the clean and drain level, the condenser, the repack seat live valve, regulator valve, check the diaphragm regulator, replace the worn, and adjust the regulator, repack the reset valves, and the control valve. Item 8, open, examine, and clean rechargeable filters in accordance with the manufacturer recommendation. D, annually. Annually. Item 9, drain, open, clean reaction tank with the repair, replace the damaged insulation if the corrosion excessive interior tank with a scrape through, early apply the protective paint and other similar coating if the exterior is exposed paint and after the thorough cleaning. Item 10, dismantle, clean, overhaul, repack pumps. Item 11, repack valves. Item 12, paint exposed surfaces. Alright, 533, deaerating Peterson's deaerators. Reference paragraph 468 and 416B, C, sorry. Daily, check with the corrective action operation relatively seam and the seam pressure reducing valve overflow control alarms and seam pressure temperatures indicators report the malfunctions immediately. Inspect the seam with water leaks. Repair immediately annually. Item 3. Once a year, most often under the surface of the condition, clean the unit. Inspect the following. 1. Spray the valve with the erosion scaling with the proper sitting water. Discharge the nozzle clogging erosion or water with the trays on the tray type of the units. Remove the inspect the corrosion wrapping, warping, scaling, oil separators. Inspect the interior heater of the evidence, oil corrosion and scaling condition for the rail. Leave steam pressure reducing float with the vent with the valve. Overflows, condition of the gauge glass, control alarms, instrument, condition of the piping, the valve, vent condenser, open, check with the, for corrosion when clearing, clogs and tubing, scaling. Condition of the insulation, check the cracks and peeling. 534 pump. The reference paragraph 237 daily. Inspect the following hourly. Unusual noise, vibration, electrical motors overheating, the hot bearings, abnormal suction discharge pressure, the hot stuffing box, abnormal leakage through the gland and seals manually. Item 2. Inspect the external gear with the bearing, the housing, correct lubrication condition, establish lubrication requirements, scaling, scheduled in accordance with the manufacturing recommendations. Annual 3. Completely disassemble the cleaning of the inspection pump with a check of the following: excessive clearance, hot and cold alignment, corrosion part through excessive wear of shafts, sleeves and bearings, seats, cracks, scraps, wasted corrosion, gear teeth are provided. 535 central finger pump. The reference paragraph 237B daily. Inspect the following: temperature for the abnormal vibration and noise. Abnormal pressure flow conditions, excessively inadequate packaging, leakage, hot bearings, hot stuffing boxes, semi-annual. Item 2, checking alignment with the pumping drive for the unit with the standstill with the normal operation temperature. Item 3, check the shafts and sheath leaves and scoring. Item 4, place the repacking if required. Item 4, item 5, drain the oil with the oil, lubricated bearings, flush and refill with the clean oil. Item 6, check the grease, lubricated bearings. Do not over-grease the bearings. Check when adding grease, remove the drain plug when use the safety fittings to prevent over-greasing. C. Annually inspect. Item 6. Completely disassemble, clean, and inspect the pump. Check for the following: where the ring clearance according with the manufacturer instruction. Diametrical clearance between 5 thousandths to 25 thousandths of an inch as usual. Bearing wear clearancing overall is required according with the manufacturer instruction. Shaft scoring, corrosion, wearing and seals, alignment, impellers for the corrosion, erosion, excessive wear. Calibrated pressure gauge thermometers and flow meters, suction, discharge strainers, and for cleanliness. 536 reciprocating pump. The reference paragraph 237C. The diesel inspect the following: hour of the abnormal speed, the abnormal improper stroke length, defective operation, lubricated ineffective operation, governor, proper action of the air chamber, the seam, and the weak water leaks. 2. Establish a lubricating requirement and schedule in accordance with the manufacturer instruction. B. Monthly. And item 3, with the inspecting the following: score with the piston rod, binding of the valve, operating mechanism, loss of motion, tilted glands within stuffing boxes. 5. Defective conditions of the strainer. Item annually. Item 4, dismantle with the pump once a year more than often is required. Clean and inspect the pump. Item 5, check the following in the liquid end: condition of the valve springs, the retaining bolts, and condition of the cylinder liner. See piston rings and packings, piston rod packaging, relief valve if used, alignment strainer if used. Item 6 flows. Also look at the corrosion, erosion, excessive wear of the parts and transmission, strain of the piping, the pipe. Item 7, check the following: steam end for the condition pipe assistant, piston ring, slide valves, and seals, alignment clearance between the piston and the clean cylinder lines, lubricator governor. Item 5, check the plug system, seam system, and the seam shafts, the scoring with the shoulder, cylinder corrosion, and excessive wear of the parts. Item 9, calibration, and item 10, replacing packaging. Reference paragraph 237E. Inspect the steam, the water leaks, repair as required. Check for the correct feed water. Check for the correct temperature and pressure readings. Check for the erratic flow. Check annually. Item 5, the dismantle injector clean. They inspect the following: injectors of corrosion, erosion, excessive wear, clogging passages. Pay particular attention to the nozzle valve corrosion, excessive wear, leakage, and check packaging, piping, corrosion, scaling, erosion, insulation, steam turbines, non-condensing. Reference paragraph 241, instituting preventing maintenance for the schedule in accordance with the manufacturer recommendation. The following programs suggest for the single stage impulsive non-condensing steam turbine, typically used for the Army installation to drive auxiliary equipment. A. Daily inspect the following: proper oil levels, pressure and temperature, hot bearings, dirty and emulsified oil, unusual noise or vibration. Each steam, water, oil leaks are repaired necessary proper the operation governor under the varying load. Proper operation of all instruments engaged. The throttle operation, throttle valve established lubricating requirements scheduled in accordance with the manufacturer instruction. Weekly, item 3 with the blowdown steam drain connection. Item 4 lubricating governor over speed trip the linkage. Item 5 trip emergency valve by hand lever check of the operability. Monthly, item 6 change the bearing oil and clean reserve. Item 7 manually make the visual inspection governor part of the bearings linkage and the loss of motion. 3 item 8 check the coupling loosening wearing in alignment annually. Item 9, make thorough inspection even though the first year of the operation. Subsequent internal inspection intervals should be based upon the operating condition of the operating record of the machine. Following manufacturer recommendation for such inspection, the following may be adopted with the guidelines for annual overhaul. 1. Dismantle speed governor. Check the pre-rectify with the linkage. Check over speed trip of the governor for the proper operation. Repair the necessary. Clean the examine governor valve with the bushing valve with the steam, etc. Replace the steam packing. Check the thrust of the bearing and plate. Clean the examine the turbine blade with the shroud with the crack, the damage, erosion, debris. Clean the steam strainer. Clean the inspection pack and the rings for the damaged axle. Rubs to inspect the turbine bearings. Check if necessary. 539. Air and compressor. Reference paragraph 245. Daily inspect the following: unusual noise, vibration, abnormal temperature, pressure of the compressed air, cooling water, lubrication oil, proper operation of the unloader, hot bearings and stuffing boxes, corrective lubricating oil level, oil consistency. C. Establish lubricating requirements of the schedule in accordance with the manufacturer recommendations. Quarterly, item 3, inspect the following: compressor valves of the wear dirt and the proper seating with the operation of the safety valve, belt tension, where the valve deterioration, cleanliness for the air intake valve, air intake filter, tightness of the cylinder head bolts and gasket annually. Item 4, check the cylinder wearing, scoring, corrosion. Item and dirt and items. Inspect the piston rod for the leakage where the scoring the security for the piston rod head clearance. Item 6, inspect the clearance shaft, clearance crank. Inspect the crankshaft bearings, the wearing and proper operation. Item 7, check the alignment of the compressor with respect to the drivers. Alright, 5540 steam trap. Reference paragraph 246 establishes the comprehensive coordinated with the maintenance inspection program of all the steam trap trainers and separated at the minimum of the following must be done on a central boiler plant. Daily, inspect the traps and strainer with the separated for the following: piping leaks, repair necessary corrective operation, abnormal jet pressure drops in the strain across the strainers, unusual condition of the form material in the strainer baskets, unusual excessive discharge of the condensated oil in the separators, damage to insulation traps and repairs necessary monthly. Item 2, blow down the stream trap to eliminate dirt accumulations. Item 3, open the air vents for the float trap to vent the accumulated air. Item 4, test the trap with the correct operation. Annually. Item 5, completely disassemble all the steam traps and inspect carefully from the following: cracked, corroded, broken, loose, worn position, worn parts, excessive worn air, grooving the wire, drawing of the valve. C, the defective bellows and buckets and floats. 2, item 6, replace and repair all the defective gaskets, linkage, and orifices. Item 7, resemble the test for the proper operation. 541, electrical motors. Reference paragraph 242, reference TM 5683, entitled Facility Engineering Electrical Interior Facilities. A. Daily. Inspect the following for the following: cleanliness, overheating the hot bearings, corrective lubrication, proper operation, instrument corrosion, instrument and controls, unusual noise, vibrations. Continuous excessive sparking commutator brushes loose with the belts provided with established lubricating motor maintenance with accordance with the manufacturer recommendations annually. Item 3, inspecting the squirrel cage, rotors and broken loose bars. Check for loose and broken fan blades. Item 4, thoroughly inspect all the ball, roller, sleeve bearings for the wear and dirt. Item 5, check the record of the check and record the insulation resistance. Item 6, check the winding of the dirt and moisture cracks and loose wedges. Item 7, check for cooling and coupling alignment. 524, forced draft and induced draft fans. Reference paragraph 238 and 239 daily. Inspect the following: abnormal noise, abnormal vibration, overheating of the drive, abnormal bearing temperature, condition of the oil bearing, oil level, proper flow and temperature of the bearing, cooling, water, freedom of the damper motion. To establish lubricating requirements schedule in accordance with manufacturer recommendations quarterly. Item 3, examine the water cooling system for the corrosion and clogging. Item 4, clean the rotary and couplings, inspection, corrosion, the erosion, damage, cleaning, clearance between the rotary and casing. Item 5, check the alignment, shaft and coupling, inspecting coupling. Item 6, check the condition of foundation, tighten for the bearing, foundation, bolts, defective foundation, loose boltings, promoting the heavy vibration. Item 5, inspect the bearings. See annually. Item 8, more often than required, inspect the performing the following maintenance required. Maintenance work complete and overhaul bearings. Clean and flush the system, repair the replacement fan blades as required, replace the blades and replace the motor rotor, replace the defective repair insulation. Alright, 543, commanding and inspection. Commanding and inspection function for the commanding officer. They are made to determine the general condition effect of the use of the central boiler. Equipment covered with neglecting with carelessness needed additional instruction, training, operation, personnel. Commanding and inspection may be formal, informal, spot checks procedure. Commanding and inspection are made with the accessible central boiler plant equipment at any time at the cost of the less possible inferior with the boiler plant routine. All equipment accessory connections are checked during the formal inspection. Equipment is selected with the random informal inspection. Spot checks inspectors looking for following: 1. The cleanliness of equipment, pipes, and walls, the floors, and the walls, and instruments. Any leak of the water, steam, the oil, and the equipment. Neat and orderly storage with tools with the spare parts of the supply and fuels. 4. Deficiency equipment working order for the part. 5. The proper notification from the director of engineering housing of all operating devices. 6. The method and procedure for the hazardous operation. And B. The follow-up all inspection have completed the personnel to advise the deficiency irregularities noted. 544. Technical inspections. Technical inspections are made with the director of engineering housing designated personnel or their examination to determine the general condition of the boiler plant efficiency, effectiveness, preventive maintenance, and need for the additional instruction and training of the maintenance personnel. Procedure: boiler plant equipment is selected with the random inspected without previous notifications of the overall condition of the equipment. The efficiency maintenance for the personnel is made to determine technical inspection, preferably made with the equipment is being dismantled with a routine inspection and thrown into the technical inspection. Should be equally inspected made in assurance that other authorized inspection agencies that following are checked to be each of the piece of the boiler plant equipment is inspected. All items included in the command inspection. See paragraph 543. Adequacy, prevention, and maintenance is performed. Follow-up on completion of the technical inspection. Director of engineering housing will take the steps necessary to correct and indicate deficiencies in preventive maintenance inspection service procedures. It will arrange to have an immediate maintenance of work done at once. Alright, 545. Major Army Command Inspection. Major Army Command inspections are made in technical personnel to determine the effectiveness, preventive maintenance, and ensure uniform procedures at all posts. They include examination, preventive maintenance, inspection records, general inspection. Technical personnel making general inspection at least 4 times a year. Inspectors may check the following: preventive maintenance record system, familiarity of the maintenance personnel with the equipment duties, promptness, corrective action with the directive of engineering housing is notified of defects, following up errors or oversight with the report of the proper authority. The Major Area Command maintains suitability records of the inspection. These records include list of equipment inspected with the finding recommendation and other pertinent data. Appendixes, and then I'm just going to quickly browse over those.